Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of my favourite people and some of the world's biggest stars. And one of the world's biggest musicals has to be Jersey Boys. It's currently playing on Broadway in Las Vegas and, of course, at the Piccadilly Theatre in London's West End for its 7th sellout year. Gary Watson's just joined the cast and he did a fantastic job. I saw him on Tuesday night and he joins us on the phone now. How are you?
Hello, mate. Yeah, I'm very good, thank you.
Great to talk to you. Congratulations. Not only is this an amazing show, but this is a great cast, isn't it?
Yeah, we're absolutely thrilled to be a part of it. You know, we were already joining some fantastic existing members, and we're a really kind of cohesive group now, and it's just going so well.
When I look at your CV, it's an incredible achievement that you've been in so many of these wonderful shows, things like What They Used to Be, and Chorus Line, Finding Neverland, Matilda, and I suppose most famously Marius. Why are you the special one that gets all these roles?
Well, I don't know. I think what it is I've always kind of tried to keep my options open, and you know, I've in terms of what shows I've been doing, you know, I kind of, whether it's a dance-based show or, you know, mainly singing show like, say, Les Mis. So I've always kept my options open, and luckily over the years I've kind of been able to dip in and out of all these different kind of genres of musicals here. And then obviously it's all culminating now with Jersey Boys, because I mean, this really is you know, a triple threat show. You know, you've got to be able to really execute all the dance moves, sing, obviously, you know, for a hell of a lot, and then, you know, you've got all the acting side.
How challenging is it compared to something like Les Miserables? These songs aren't easy, are they? Especially for the Frankie Valli character, because he's got to do the falsetto stuff. How challenging is it for you?
Yeah, it is a real challenge. I mean, I'm kind of playing Nick Massi, who is the bass line of all the harmonies. So for me, it's been exploring a new part of my voice, you know, the whole deep side of it, and you know, and doing all the close harmony stuff. You know, they're really tricky, intricate, you know, harmonies, and that's what makes the songs so good. You know, you don't really appreciate, you know, all the kind of intricacy of them when you're just hearing them, you know, but when you look into it, you know, they're very complicated, and so it has been a real challenge. And then, you know, when you add the layer of, you know, your dance moves on top of that, as well as, you know, a fast story which kind of, you know, cracks along at such a pace, you know, it really is that first, you know, my opening night, I was pretty terrified, you know, but luckily, you know, went without a hitch, and, you know, I'm sort of two, three weeks in now, getting into my stride and having a great time with it.
And I could tell that on Tuesday when I saw you. I've seen this show around the world many, many, many times, and what's great about it is for the first maybe 20, 30 minutes, you sit there and think, well, this is a jolly play. Okay, and then suddenly Sherry hits and the whole thing takes off like a firework, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's been constructed really cleverly, you know, the sort of building the anticipation, you know, to get to Sherry. And, you know, like you say, the first sort of 20, 30 minutes, all the scenes are probably about a minute long. It just cracks on at such a pace, and then but it really crescendos into what we call the big three, which is Sherry, Big Girls Don't Cry, and Walk Like a Man. And then by the end of that, you know, it's shown the four seasons when they're really at their first peak, you know, and it's reflected in the audience, because, you know, they've been whipped into this frenzy, and then, you know, we get this amazing kind of response from them. And it's a really nice feeling, because, you know, when you're in shows, I've done, you know, so many shows where you've almost got to ignore the audience response, you know, to keep, you know, in the moment. Whereas with this show, you're really allowed to enjoy it, because we treat the audience at that moment as a real audience, you know, so it's a really special moment.
I don't know if you've seen Beautiful yet, the new Carole King musical, but I guess the people who put that together have seen Jersey Boys. There's a lot of it that's very similar, put it that way.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, you know, it's kind of, it's very flattering, you know, and, you know, that Jersey Boys really set a precedent as a jukebox musical in that they, you know, they've made an incredible product which, even after sort of going into its 8th year, is still wowing the audiences. And now obviously we're up for the This Morning Audience Olivier Award, you know, which for a show that's 8 years in, to have that kind of following from the fans, and to be shortlisted in a category of 4, you know, out of all the shows in the West End, shows that it really is still at the top. And I urge anybody out there who's listening who is a fan of Jersey Boys to get to olivieawards.com and vote Jersey Boys.
I think what it is, it's a feel-good musical. What I love about it, though, it's not Disney and cute. I mean, this is a hard story about four guys who had endless adversity to fight and to get through to become the Four Seasons. And I was lucky enough to interview Frankie and Bob in Las Vegas many years ago, and all of this was done on a handshake. It was done on trust. That just doesn't exist in show business now. You can't trust anyone, can you?
No, it really doesn't. And you're absolutely right. You know, the subject material of the show is really intense, you know what I mean? And I mean, what happened when they were first putting the show together, they explored other stories with Jersey Boys songs, and then the writers sat down with Frankie Valli and Bob Gaudio and had a conversation with them, telling them about their experiences, and they said, look, we want to write your story. They said, this is the story we've got to write with these songs. So it's really based on truth. You know, all the key events that happened in the show happened for real. And, you know, there's nothing as dramatic as real life, you know. So, and I think that's why it really hits home with the audience, because as well as being a real feel-good show with, you know, incredible energy and songs, there's this really, you know, well, they always say people come for the songs, but they stay for the story with this show, you know, and they really do, because it's got this incredible heart. You get a lot for your money when you come and see Jersey Boys.
I think what it is as well, this isn't a spectacular show in a sense that there's a $10 million set. I mean, it is about the songs and the performance. I mean, without you guys, it would die on its arse, really, because it is about the talent of you four guys. And if the chemistry don't work, the show ain't going to work, is it?
No, absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, I love the simplicity of this show. And I always think that a show, when I'm in the development of a new show or in rehearsals for a show, I always say that it should work in the rehearsal room with no set, no costume. And, you know, this is exactly like that. I mean, it totally relies on the performances, the music, the script, you know, the acting, the performances, you know, the dance. It really relies on all of that. It doesn't rely on the spectacle, you know, which is, anyone can have that, you know. So I love the fact that they've put so much care and attention into the detail of the show. But the thing is, it's reflected. Audiences aren't stupid. They know when they've got a good show, and that's why they come back, and why everyone who comes to see the show for the first time is still, after all these years, still wowed by it.
Yeah, I never get bored of seeing it. I'll be seeing it again in May in Las Vegas. And again, it's just feel good. By the end, they literally stood on their feet. I want to talk to you a bit about you and your life, because today I was at Pineapple Studios doing something there, and I just thought, I don't know how you guys do it. There's endless rejection in musical theatre. There's 3 plays and 1 million people going for each role. How do you fight through, and how do you break through to get as many roles as you have? Because it is extraordinary.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sheer determination. You know, obviously you need the skills and the talent, but far beyond that, you know, you really need nerves of steel. And I've been on every end of it. I've been on, you know, the amazing successes. I've been on the huge rejections. And, you know, and I'm 30 now. I left drama school 9 years ago, and I know, you know, a lot of my peer, you know, have either carried on, and you know, a majority, and this happens in every, you know, with every kind of graduating year, eventually people just drop out. You know, they crave a bit of stability and normal life. And even me, being, you know, relatively successful and working pretty constantly, I still, you know, and it gets worse as you get older, you still get jittery about, you know, the kind of, you just don't know what's happening next year. You don't know what, you know, you can't really plan, you know. But the thing is when you're in a business like this, you're in it for the pure love. And when times are good, like now, I'm in, you know, one of the best shows in the world, playing an incredible character. I'm on, you know, I'm completely happy, and I'm getting to do my hobby, or what I've always wanted to do, as a job, and get paid for it. So you've got to just kind of weigh up the balance about whether you can make things work in between jobs and stuff like that. But really, it is all about just pure determination. And you know, and so yeah, but it's a tough business. It really is. But when times are good, it's the best job in the world.
I get it, but as a deeply unattractive man, Gary, I don't know if you know this about me, you know, I stood there today seeing all these fabulous dancers and beautiful people with amazing voices, and I just thought, how do you stick out? I guess it's what they call the X Factor and catching the eye of the talent people, is it?
Yeah, well, it is. where, you know, I'm very lucky that I generally just play roles within musicals, is that it becomes more than the talent, because they sort of know you're probably talented because you can see your CV and all that sort of stuff, but then it becomes about the character. And no matter how talented you are, if you're not right for that character, you're not going to get the job. Yeah. So you've got that extra layer of pressure now, but if you're not right, you're not right, you know, so yeah. It gets really tricky.
This show is fantastic. It's on at the Piccadilly Theatre, which is a lovely theatre right in the heart of the West End. I guess for you, turning up every day on Shaftesbury Avenue down there through Leicester Square, turning up at the Piccadilly Circus, turning left into the theatre is the dream, really. It doesn't get any more showbiz than that in this country, does it?
No, I mean, it really doesn't. I have that moment a lot where I'm travelling in, you know, into work, and I just think, yeah, you know, you sort of forget, you get a little bit used to it, and then all of a sudden I go back to my 18-year-old self, you know, up in Sunderland, deciding whether or not to do this as a career, and I just thought, would I ever think you know what I mean, I've got to this place, you know, and I'm so glad that I have, and I'm so fortunate that I just went for it, you know, because I was really at a 50-50 about whether I wanted to do it or not, you know, but I've got a really supportive, lovely family, and, you know, they've helped me every step of the way, so, yeah, it's great.
Good choice sticking with it. Gary Watson is the new star of Jersey Boys. It's on in the West End. You can see it there at the Piccadilly Theatre. It's running and running and running. No reason to think this is going to close anytime soon, because it's packed with a great story and fabulous songs as well, which the audience still love. Standing ovation again on Tuesday night, which is a testament to this play's fantastic songs, acting, and of course the show itself. Thank you very much for talking to me, Gary Watson.
Cheers, Alex. Bye.